Glass has this conversation with light all the time. You get these moments within my studio when the light will just hit a piece and it will just come to life, and it's like a drama. I love the fact that it's never really one thing, it's always got these personalities. I'm sort of captivated by it in a way. I've been making now for 45 years. I left school at 15. Struggling at school a bit, I became a first-class daydreamer, which sort of helps creatively as well. It's quite an interesting way the dyslexic mind works. I mean, I can get quite sort of bored within a way of working if it's not challenging me in any way, and I'm not sort of being technically challenged by different materials or aesthetically challenged. I feel the need to move forward. I'm interested in riding dressage, and it's incredibly difficult to get dressage right. You know, there's years and years of repetition and training for it to look effortless. And so the more I ride and the more I work with glass, I see these similarities. The hours and hours of sort of grinding to get pieces to look perfect. There's something about the energy that's created when you put two materials together. I can, in my head, almost translate that into a sound. It hums, and when things work well for me, there's this sort of beautiful hum that's almost like in tune. That sound that's so pure is, in a way, what I feel when I put two materials together and they work. But making them work is the really difficult thing. And I spend a lot of time doing that. So these drawings I would create for my engineer, and it's like a sort of map, creating a sort of a colour palette as well as texture, from copper to brass, rusty pipe. I'm quite interested in everyday textures, and the sort of transformation from one material to another I'm really enjoying. And this piece sort of also refers back to the operation I had. These coils were planted in my brain, going through an artery in my leg. I'm fascinated by that process, and this body of work's touched on that. And in a way, that's why it's so different from the other pieces I'd made, because it's become sort of personal on a different level. An important part of my practice and the way I think and work is being open to different situations. I'd arranged to go over to Ireland to work with a lamp worker, and I had very, very long hair at the time and always used to wear it tied up with chopsticks, but I'd forgotten my chopsticks. So in fact the whole trip was spent making glass hairpins. I often control the way light works within the piece. By having the glass sort of diffused, I'm wanting the pieces to sort of have a conversation with the person who's looking at them, and to say, look, you know, come and look closer, I'm not going to reveal everything. Often I've got several works going on at once, so I keep a diary and I record exactly what I've done to each piece. Sometimes I can spend 2 years deliberating on a piece. The most important thing is the feeling of sort of satisfaction and dissatisfaction, or slight irritation in a way. And so that's when the piece will progress. It might have been sitting on my desk for a couple of weeks, mildly irritating me, and then that irritation will get to the point where I've actually got to do something about it. And that's the next step. And so it's all moving towards something that I feel really, really comfortable with. And when I'm so comfortable with it that I don't think I've got anything else to say that can make the piece better, in a way, that's when it's complete.